everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a first impression slash review on a new release from Viktor and Rolf, and that is Good Fortune. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on all things girly, so if you like that type of content, don't forget to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I am so happy to have you here with me today, and I appreciate all of the love and the support. With that said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so today I'm going to be doing a first impression and a review on Good Fortune by Viktor and Rolf. First of all, I think that the bottle is so beautiful and I was so tempted to buy a full-size bottle, but I am changing the way I do things a little bit. So most of my reviews from now on are going to be travel size fragrances. And this initial review and first impression is what's going to make me decide if it is full bottle worthy for me, and if it is a fragrance that I think that should be in my collection and that it's going to get used. Because sometimes we go crazy buying full-size bottles and there's constantly new fragrances coming out, and I feel like this is just so much better. Just like how I did with Ellis Brooklyn Sunfruit. Once I'm done with that travel size, I definitely want a full-size bottle. It allows me to get to know the fragrance. I spend less money. I get to experience it and see if it's one of those fragrances where you end up kind of like getting tired of them and then you're stuck with a full-size bottle. So the travel size is the perfect amount to wear it a few times, feel it out. Sometimes we might not like a fragrance and we end up loving it, or sometimes we love it and then we end up hating it. So from now on, I'm going to try and stick to this as much as I can. Of course, I'm sure that there's going to be some that I'm not going to be able to resist, and I'll probably buy the full size. But for the most part, I'm going to be doing it this way. So I am going to put a picture of the full-size bottle on the screen. I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen it already. It is beautiful. I love the top of the bottle, like the cap. It's just so pretty. I feel like it's very different for Viktor and Rolf. I feel like it's a different look. I feel like it's almost like refreshing because the bottles usually look the same, but here we have like a different bottle, a bright color. It's a really pretty purple color. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into the main accords, the notes, and then we're going to talk about how I feel about this fragrance. So the main accords for Good Fortune are white floral, vanilla, floral, sweet, soft, spicy, fresh, and powdery. The top notes are gentiana, not sure if I said that right, and fennel. So this is, I think, the first fragrance that I own that has fennel as a note. Then the middle note is jasmine and the base note is Madagascar vanilla. So this fragrance, I did take notes yesterday because I wore it yesterday and I didn't want to forget anything. So I'm going to spray this on a tester strip. I already have it on my hand. I have like the dry down of it, which is my favorite part of the fragrance. When it comes to the opening, it's strong and it reminds me so much of something. I can't put my finger on exactly what fragrance it is. I feel like there's so many fragrances that it reminds me of wrapped in one. I feel like I get a little bit of alien vibes. I feel like I even get some Libre vibes in here in the opening. I don't know if it's like that aromatic kind of aspect of the fragrance because it does have fennel. I feel like this fragrance is very feminine. I feel like it is the perfect example of like a feminine boss woman. This is the type of woman that when she walks in the room, she demands attention. She wants everyone to notice her. She's fierce. She's not shy, which you guys know that that is not me. I'm a very shy person. When I walk into a room, I actually despise being the center of attention. I do not like attention like that. I like to smell good, and I like people to tell me that I smell good because those compliments are always nice, but I'm not the girl that is looking for a fragrance that you can smell like down the hallway and I'm going to cause like a lot of like commotion and none of that. Like, that's just not me. I feel like this is the type of fragrance, unfortunately, that can give me a headache like this. It's very sharp, even though I really enjoy the actual scent itself. I feel like there's sexiness in here. I feel like there's power in here, but then there's like sweetness at the same time. I would say this is perfect for like weddings and special occasions and just events where you're wearing like dresses, or you just want to feel like your best. You're like super put together. You have your makeup done, your hair, you're wearing heels and a dress. This is the type of fragrance that goes with that. This is not a fragrance for every day. This is not a fragrance that I would wear casually. I do feel like a lot of people are going to love this fragrance because it kind of reminds me a little bit of Alien. I can't help but get kind of like that vibe. As it starts to dry down, I do get like a syrupy type of consistency in here, and I almost thought about orange blossom, even though there's no orange blossom in here. But it starts getting very sweet in the dry down. It starts getting like syrupy and a little bit smoother. I feel like the opening is way more harsh and sharp, and then when it starts settling down, it kind of comes back a few notches. It smooths out a little bit more, and it's a little bit more enjoyable for me when it dries down. The opening, actually today I didn't experience that, but yesterday when I first sprayed this fragrance, I almost got like a Viktor and Rolf DNA. Okay, I get it. So it's literally like the first few seconds you spray it, I feel like it's kind of like letting you know, okay, this is from Viktor and Rolf, it belongs to us. But then it starts changing it into its own fragrance. I feel like this is the queen of femininity. I feel like it's super feminine, just sexy. It does have a lot of sex appeal to it. I also noticed that when it was starting to dry down, I also kind of got like a little bit of C from Giorgio Armani in there. I feel like this fragrance is like so many fragrances kind of like wrapped up in one. And you're going to find a lot of similarities, and you're going to be able to compare it to other fragrances. That could be a good thing and that could be a bad thing. I do start picking up like that fennel note in the dry down. I do think that it's unique and it's nice. When I get that syrupy type of texture to this fragrance, it also makes me think kind of like a grapey vibe to it, like how you get in L'Interdit. It's almost like a tuberose grapey type of scent in here. But that's the jasmine. That's just the way that it's kind of translating on my skin, but I know that it's the jasmine in here. Now, this is the type of fragrance that I would not wear during summertime. I will not wear this during springtime, but when fall and winter comes around, I think I'm going to enjoy this for like Christmas parties or like just events where it's a little bit cooler. This is not something that I would wear in hot weather at all. Is it a beautiful scent? I think it is. I think it's beautiful, but I don't think that living here, I'm going to be purchasing a full-size bottle. Another thing that's worrying me is that depending on the time of the day or what I'm doing, like yesterday, every time that I smelled my hand, it made me a little bit sick. It kind of gave me like a headache. And that happens to me a lot with certain fragrances. So I don't want to get a full-size bottle and then end up not using it. I feel like this can be lined up with all of those fragrances that the majority of women enjoy. So Giorgio Armani C, Alien from Mugler, just those types of fragrances. This definitely fits in that line. When it starts to dry down, that fennel gives it like a green kind of touch to it, or like a herbally type of touch, and I do like it. I think that it's unique. It doesn't bother me or anything. It gives it a little bit of like a spice, which I actually like. A warning, if you do not like floral fragrances, stay away from this one because this is like a flower bomb. It's very floral, it's very in your face, it's just a strong fragrance. So yeah, I feel like from a 1 to 10, I would rate this fragrance a 7. And the reason why I'm giving it a 7 is because I do think that the scent is really nice. I think that it's feminine. I feel like it's very girly, but I feel like it can give me headaches. I feel like it could make me a little sick. So I'm not going to take the risk of owning a full bottle just yet. I am going to be keeping this in my little travel perfume little jar, and I'll revisit it as the seasons change. Maybe I'll try it out in the evening just to really get a feel for it, and then I'll be able to update you guys. But for right now, all I can say is that I get like a syrupy texture out of this. It's very feminine, it's very floral, it's a little sweet. The dry down does get a little bit smoother. The opening is super intense and a little sharp. And I feel like if you like Valentino, Donna Born and Roma, Alien from Mugler, Giorgio Armani C, I feel like you are going to really enjoy this. So that's going to be it from me today for this review. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Have you tried this? How do you feel about it? I would love to see the comments section filled with your experience with this fragrance so that when other people come to watch the video, they not only take my review, but they can also read everyone else's experience. So I love that about doing videos. So that is going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for being here with me. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.